Hello everyone, I'm OracleUnicorn and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon rising and Venus signs on my book. Okay, your zodiacs on my Facebook page, OracleUnicorn, #OracleUnicorn. Alright, so let's see what we have for the message. What is that? Oh, wow. That is totally my bottle. Okay, so social dynamics, strength and character focus, and strength and character, conviction, and also resilientness when it comes to strength and focus in one's character. And also, it looks like someone's healing some sort of historical, generational type of patterns. Basically, like the repeative patterns that were passed down from your parents' parents to your parents, and now, you're working through those as well. Mine would be kind of like frustration and kind of my tone of voice I get a little loud. So yeah, I worked through that. That is one of those things. I kind of was in a household where there was a lot of yelling. A lot of yelling. So that would be one of mine. And then one of the things that I liked when it came to my dad, he always answered me or let me know why, but some things I really still didn't understand, even though he was expressing why. So I go deeper into fully breaking it down and expressing why and making sure my son has a firm grasp of an understanding as to what I am expressing why for a specific rule or patterns in certain things, or what he's doing, or what he has a pattern of, maybe when it comes to his patterns with passed down generational type things. So I don't want to get too much into that, because some things I would be talking about someone else, and that's not nice. So I'm not going to do that. And that's quite interesting, because we do have this separation of the self and ownership in one's truth with a lot of these things. Okay. Wow, okay, we got devotion down here. Unwavering support, truth and justice, unconditional love. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting into my Wildwood Tarot here. I had my Shaman oracles and the Wildwood together, and then I decided to just go ahead and separate them again. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to shuffle this. I wanted to be able to actually shuffle this. And I didn't used to shuffle this way. But I really love the bridging energy. It's like bringing two energies into one. So I was like, yeah, well, I can't do that with both of those combined. So I went, separated them, and started bridging them. I was like, I want to bridge them again. Okay, and it is so funny. I have seen these cards on YouTube. Readers use these cards on YouTube not very frequently at all. And I'm like, I forgot for a while why I kind of back off from them, because their meanings are not, most of them are not really the same as the tarot. In a way, in a perspective, it kind of is, but there's some that are completely different. And I found myself in seeing other people looking at them and going, well, this is and that usually is, but this says. So I was like, yeah, I know that feeling. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And these do not really have the same meanings as regular tarot. So please do keep that in mind. Thank you. Okay. Like, here's a perfect example. This is like the Nine of Bows, and the Nine of, which would be the Nine of Wands, and that's usually being guarded, kind of feeling like really on guard. And this meaning of this one is like respect. So in a way, it feels like to me that's coming out of feeling guard in oneself and like standing in one's respect or an energy of giving respect. So I find that very interesting because that is very different than the Nine of Bows in regular tarot. So in traditional tarot, this is also the Five of Wands. And this is like empowerment, which is kind of the same when it comes to the Five of Wands in the traditional tarot, which usually is about victory. No, I think the Seven is about victory. See, they're very different. So I'm going to go with what they are. But I gave you y'all's example. And then the Knight of Bows. See, that's funny because that has kind of its original meaning to it. But what it says here is the fox. So this is like sneaky behavior or understanding and ownership in one's sneaky behavior. That's how I would see that one. Wow, the exact number of cards I needed. How often does that happen? Not very. Okay. Ebb and flow. This is like some sort of balancing a message for some of you. A message that you may be sending out or a message that is being balanced out for some sort of realization I see here. And multitasking, I would say. Messages coming in. Omen-like messages. Okay, so that's the King of Vessels. Then what is that the King of Air? That's the King of Air. The Kingfisher. The wheel might turning yet. Well, I'm going to put this down here in the Page of Stones. That's some sort of small offer or a work offer. Okay, and it's the Lynx. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love like not playing with a deck for a while and then going back into them. It's like, oh, that's new. That's new. Okay, and this is fast action with the message as well. Page of Arrows and Knight of Arrows. Tied with this King of Vessels here. And before, when I was shuffling my deck, I kept getting the Empress energy tied with the Kingfisher, and that is the King of Swords. And then the King of Pentacles kept coming out as well. And that has a wolf on it. So what's behind this? Yeah, this is that left out in the cold energy. Five of Stones. Yes, it is. But this is also, it says endurance. So, and this is with the Queen of Arrows. So endurance, when it comes to an offer, a work offer here. The Seer energy, which is also the High Priestess. That fits very beautifully. I really love how that fits. Seer about, wow, that's cool. I have the advertising Wildwood Tarot. Oh my. I didn't even notice that. I wouldn't have when I've gotten this because I didn't. Did I know? Oh no, I was not for sure. Huh. Wow. That is trippy. Okay, so this is the advertisement card, and it's technically my Dark Night of the Soul. Which we do have here ownership in one's truth of hidden dark spaces. And so that's what I use this card for. I'm pretty sure this deck is from Mark Ryan and John Matthews. So I just found that very amusing. And then there's the Seven of Arrows, which is insecurities. It looks like collaboration in healing of insecurities through this dark spaces of the unknown, cutting through them, endurance through this. And to me, this looks like, wow, that's cool, because I did that I think it was yesterday. I burned specific cards, and with the fire of that, I blew out a lot of that type of deep kind of like leeching type of energy. You know, that this ebb and flow, the ownership of one's truth and the separation of oneself. That's the Page of Wands. That could be dealing with sexual energy. There's a realization coming in when it comes to this sexual energy here and separation of oneself. It's like a way type of, for some, okay, so I'm just gonna have to be like some sort of unfair process in this energy and misunderstood intentions. And the weasel. Yeah, with that clarifying the Medusa card. And they always say this is someone that like goes in your life and out of your life. It's not someone that stays there. It's not someone that in a way is counted on. And after that, it's, you know, with the ownership of truth, we do have the fox here, and that is the Knight of Clothes. That's also that type of, I did it wrong. This is that in and out energy. See how this is confusing because they are very different. So this is that in and out energy, that sneaky in and out energy. And it also deals with passion and sex. So, and also the Page of Bows, and that's kind of like, and then we have this Knight of Vessels here, creativity within, true wealth. When it comes to the Knight of Vessels, it seems like a love offer or swimming through emotions and healing of these emotions with the Page of Swords. Rebuilding. Watching through one's graceful surrender, awareness, having more clear. Oh, we do have clarity here, so that's cool. Having more clarity when it comes to rebuilding, rejuvenating oneself, and this graceful surrender into, I would say, this ownership in oneself, and a lot of this passion, sexual energy. This all over this is right there. Like there's some sort of rebuilding, creative expression, power in one's gifts when it comes to respect tied to this energy, with this being ownerships of truth, strength, and separation of oneself and misunderstood intention possibly when it comes to that. Wow, you even have the page of, you have just about all the pages here. No, okay, you have all the pages here, every one of them, because we have the work one over here, the Page of Vessels, that's an emotional news, empowerment in some sort of emotional news. Where did this card go? Oh yeah, I was talking about releasing that energy into the fire, and that's where I see this happening. And this is supposed to be that left out in the cold? No, because there's another one in there. That's this. Stones. 5 of Stones. Is it 6 of Stones up that way? What was the 5 of Stones? See, I rely a lot on the pictures, don't I? I can tell. Because I'm just like, let's see here. I feel like this endurance. It's endurance through unconditional love and unwavering support in oneself. Revealing of a lot of this in oneself. Coming out of the dark cave. And for some of you, it's almost like you found your inner child self, and you're slowly bringing yourself out of this dark cave with yourself, with a lot of these realizations back here, possibly working through some tower moments because of that lightning in the back. So to me, that shows that, there was a lot of sudden wake up realizations, unwavering support, truth, and justice. That makes a lot of sense. And salvaging and a learning opportunity over shipwreck. So that actually clarifies that a lot too. So I'm not even going to try to pull any kind of tarot meaning out unless I go to clarify with the tarot. Then we'll go into that, because this is confusing me. I don't even need to keep trying to confuse myself like this. All right. So Page of Vessels. This is also like an emotional message or an emotional news of some sort being brought to an empress, and focus on one's empowerment through this emotional news and resilientness. Okay, social dynamic, strength, and character. And this is a celebration, and keeping motives quiet towards a celebration, and staying focused in one's empowerment in this direction, and respect, which we do have the seer over there, is really tied with that empress. And then we have this Queen of Swords here. So there could be a lot of truths when it comes to insecurities tied to a feminine. Or for those of you that are feminine watching, this is a lot of healing in page-like energy, and entering into a lot of queenship energy that really resonates you on a heightened level of why do I let myself do that? Empress energy. Especially with having the queen already here, the Queen of Swords. So some of you, if you're a masculine, you're dealing with a feminine that is like, for real, like they are the seer of the dark or something, and the truths. Like, that's freaking powerful. There's like some sort of realization in creative creative collaboration. That's what that is. Creative collaboration through a lot of insecurities and jealousies, I'd say, in this work. Finances. Yeah, with all this heavily being like that. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. Ebb and flow. It looks like the wheel haven't quite turned yet. It came out upside down, and all my cards are right side up. And this came out specifically upside down, and this is tied to a lot of this page energy here. And rebuilding. And growing in the security of being able to surrender to the flow of events, basically. The hard ones, the easy ones, just kind of keeping that awareness with that. I feel like that's why you ended up with the King of Vessels. Knight of Vessels. Oh, and the King of Vessels. Wow. So we have we have counterparts here. Well, yeah, I mean, for the fact that there was a lot of like Cancer-like energy tied to both of my readings, that would make a lot of sense. But it's this message here. We have this hawk, multitasking, and momentum. Momentum in a message, fast action, Yeah, balancing out fast action momentum in this understandings related to sexuality and emotions. This is definitely balancing out sexuality and emotions and tying them together. There's a separation of this, emotions and sexuality. Now there's a respect and understanding coming in that's giving empowerment and celebration energy. Oh, that's so pretty. I liked seeing that. That was cool. Someone's still watching, though. If you're a feminine, that person's still watching you. If you're a masculine, she is watching from inside. See, this Queen of Swords, she's going forward, but she's like got her eyes watching behind as she swims forward, gracefully allowing her to surrender through the flow. Definitely with the universe, I would say. The flow of life. Yes, okay, of life. And healing. A lot of insecurities. There's a lot of energy of insecurities, jealousy, being healed. Insecurities and jealousy also relating to collaboration being healed for some reason. Some of you are going to know exactly what I mean with that. And there could be some sort of like cleansing and jealousy when it comes to competition and understandings tied with competition, okay? That's what I see over there as well. But that is also four of both. So that can be a soul family, a healing and celebration with soul gathering, soul families. Because I know that one for sure. That one's like prominent in my head. Okay. What else should I pull? Do I want to do tarot? I don't know. Not yet. Let me get this one. The Luminous Warrior. Strength and character. It looks like there's a change up in social dynamics, actually, is what I'm seeing here. Especially relating to spiritual sense of well-being, to be personally honest. And that, I don't know how I'm even getting that out of this, but holy cow, that's cool. Okay, so I did take a shower this morning, and my hair is very oily. I put tea tree, and it's like a mix of tea tree and hemp oil because my scalp was drying out. And it works so well. Oh, it makes my scalp stop itching, and it actually helps a lot with dandruff, to be personally honest. Tea tree and that hemp oil, like just tea tree is really rough. It's very strong. And I learned that it actually helps when it comes to acting. So, but the hemp oil and tea tree, and it's like specifically just those two oils, helps a lot with dandruff and if you have itchy scalp, which I gotta put on my son's scalp when he gets out of the shower. Empowerment. Oh, okay. Empowerment over silence and historical patterns over silence. And from what I've been hearing, this has to do with the masculines tied to parental energy. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep because that it was very sensitive. I saw it when it came to masculine and their mother energy. I did not even share that one. I just watched it and was like, okay, that's rough. I was like, okay. So I actually see an element of that there in empowerment over this energy, and it is the curse. But to me, what's really showing itself is that hand over the mouth. So it's like a forceful silence, and the historical patterns of forceful silence. And that makes a lot of sense when it comes to the separation of oneself and power in one's gifts and respecting one's power in their gifts. And resilientness and conviction when it comes to one's emotional vulnerabilities. I mean, with the page of vessels being there, I mean, wow. Okay, the Rainmaker, healing this energy, allowing oneself to really, speak about this with yourself. It's almost like, go through every little thing and element of possibly what you've went through as a child and have felt sent out into the cold type of energy, didn't feel loved. I mean, if it didn't make you feel loved, like if it made you feel like you had no love, or that person didn't love you, even though they do in their own way. I mean, that's besides the point, though, because if you just keep suppressing it, it's not, and that's what I heard in the masculine video for 369, or Divine Storm 369, now she changed it to, but she was also saying how this masculine was kind of like trying to suppress this, not wanting to face these emotions of what this parental figure caused this person to feel. And it's actually very clear here too, with the Rainmaker and the Page of Vessels, and this resilience and conviction of oneself in their heart. Allowing that heart to illuminate, especially with the curse being on top of it, or before this, and really allowing one to look at this and, face those feelings, how that person makes you feel, and anything, even if you feel shut out or that you're forced to have no voice. All of this. See, look at that. Damn, this just doesn't happen, y'all. This is definitely with the masculine. I mean, like, hello, thank you. So this is definitely with the masculine, and the masculine kind of like having respect in their own power and their gifts and creative expression. Oh, wow. I mean, that just doesn't get any clearer to me. I mean, that is exactly, I mean, I would, if you have a lot of like feelings towards a lot of what I'm saying right here, right now, I would go watch that. It's Divine Masculine video and their mother. Because I watched her Divine Feminine one and her mother, and not everything resonated, of course, but certain things that did resonate with me, it really gave me a lot of perspective, and possibly maybe certain things that I still needed balance with myself, which now that we get to this part, the separation of the self, so going through that cycle of the separation of the self again, and this is what's with the Page of both. So this is also with one's passionate direction. This could be with decisions as well. Because what I heard in that video was that 369, she said that the mother had a hard time making choices in her life. So in a way to be able to like correct that, she literally tries to make every decision in this masculine's life. And it's interesting because her eyes are looking this way, but watching like that page person, and it's like keeping that suppression there. Okay, I didn't expect this to be this deep, y'all. Like, honestly, I thought this was going to be, yeah, wow. So this is the Crow, number 13, which would be the death card. So there's like some sort of death to misunderstood or unfair process. There's some sort of death to some sort of unfair process and or a message of some sort when it comes to emotional healing and emotional realize. I would say just this cycle of oneself and the hidden energy behind everything, because this Crow has the moon back there in dealing with this person. Some of you, this could be a baby mama, and some of you, this is definitely with a mother. Okay, so okay, yeah, there's this ownership in one's truth, sacrificing the old and familiar to make room for better and the better. Just the freedom of expression in oneself, ending of certain cycles of generational curse type energy, standing in one's own respect. I mean, wow. And freeing oneself, true wealth. Oh my gosh. This is for real, this message, okay? Like, what? Yeah, and this confidence and ambition oneself and creatively working within the rules of emotional value. Emotional value in one's worth and freeing themselves. And also, I would say, like, confrontation of a lot of lies. And this could be a lot of lies one was telling themselves. And or a lot of lies that were being revealed, possibly tied towards a mother figure. That just feels very heavy, because it really feels like there was a lot of lies tied to a mother figure. Okay, this is just, this is heartbreaking. I want to cry. Okay. Yeah. Graceful surrender through all the confusion and reflection and rebuilding oneself. But this is also like this illumination of peace. Even though it's the smoky mirror, it's like getting through that with this page of swords, right? Swords. Page of swords here, and this graceful surrender and rebuilding and rejuvenating oneself. So this definitely is a lot of peace settling in because of this no longer being ignored or pushed away because of not really wanting to dig deep, or I see the card excuses. Yeah. Wow. Okay. As I keep trying to get through. Oh, I'm so bright. I'm so sensitive to hardship. Yep. This is the ebb and flow. I mean, we got the flow, clarifying the flow, the momentum and balance, and the message. With the message, through the messages. Possibly for some of you, creating a message. Allowing one's emotions to flow in creating this message. Or into taking flight towards something, fast action towards this flow, or this balancing in emotion, balancing in one's emotions, or to go into balance emotions in a dynamic of some sort. What about this King of Vessels here? Wild Woman. Queen of Arrows. Queen of Swords. The Ancient One. Oh, okay. That's just cool. The sacred mountain when it comes to the wheel. So yeah, it's this cycle I feel is at its 9. It's really, or it's at its 10, and it's really about to like turn, like completely shift. I just feel there's this fully understanding when it comes to this emotional value, okay, and emotional value and respect in oneself. In facing this, I would say there was a lack of respect for the self with one not facing some of these things. Yeah, that's what I see here. When it comes to this wheel being upside down and we have the sacred mountain there, I would say that's one inner piece. Yeah. What about this 3 of Swords? Collaboration in some sort? Oh, everyday existence in the world. Everyday existence tied to soul retrieval. Okay. So this could be an energy of went through soul retrieval. There was some sort of block tied to this soul retrieval, and this was a rejection of the self energy going on, and then a realization of this rejection of the self and how one was being emotionally rejecting oneself, and then the full understanding coming in. And then what I see is this solidifying, basically. Either more pieces being solidified or the giving of certain pieces then being solidified. Okay. And then feeling the inner peace coming through. Okay. We can't get to this sacred mountain without first turning our wheel, and these emotional understandings that would be cheating. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't work that way. If you don't get to this sacred mountain by, I mean, you can take a helicopter to the sacred mountain, but it's not nearly as I don't do private messages live. If you would like information for a private reading, that is in the description box below. And thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate that. But I get way too deep to be doing private readings in public. Okay. Oh, and then they rejected, like, oh, well, you know, that's careful about that. That's a self-rejection in itself as well. Bye. Okay. That makes sense. How like there would be like, oh, new subscriber, but then it would go away, or the number wouldn't be up, or it was up and then it went away, and I'm like, okay, it's okay. You know, the ones that matter, or the ones that matter don't mind. The ones that mind don't matter. I don't know about that. Maybe I should change that. Maybe I should like put a different area when it comes to that second part, because everyone matters. Definitely. Well, thank you for doing that, because then you just gave me a sudden realization about that whole thing, because I actually used that quite a bit. I am definitely going to go into a self-awareness upon that one. Most definitely. All right. So there is something relating to a wild woman with a child and the coyote and the lodge. And when it comes to this ghost dance here and standing up, making a stand. Oh, well, there's another card behind that. Oh, the wind. Understanding energy, I would say, in this cleansing tied. This looks like tied to inner child. For some, this is making a stand towards a specific person when it comes to some sort of sadness energy, cleansing of this sadness energy. with a child, tied to a child, involving a child. And this is hidden energy when it comes to many paths with the heart and the giveaway. Some of you may end up possibly having to could be a separation happening for some. Dang. Some of you, it's like a reunion energy and coming out of your ghost dance and a reunion with your inner child. Some of you, this feels like a energy of a sacrifice. Tied to a masculine. And for some feminines, this is why this masculine did not take action. Because of not wanting to go through some specific sacrifice. They wanted to find a different way. This hidden energy when it comes to this many paths here, definitely. And time giveaway behind that when it comes to the heart. Do I want to get the regular tarot on this? No. Only get solar. And then I see the green woman over here. What's behind that? Oh, a reveal of the heartless love. Okay, man. That emotional energy is heavy in this. Okay, so there's this celebration when it comes to a wish come true with this luminous warrior here. So a wish come true, strengthen one's character and social dynamics. Focus, historical patterns, the curse energy, and empowerment. A light complected man over 40, possibly gray or bold. Keep saying bold, and I meant to say bold. This rainmaker, page of vessels, resilientness in one's conviction, denotes of a pleasant surprise, favors, and assistance. Creative expression, command an audience, and power of personal gifts. 9 of Bows. Oh, this is like drastic action. Influence are associated with a medium light man under 40. Okay, so this unfair process tied to this page of bows, page of wands, and this crow here, death energy, and this is influence and associated with a dark lady. Okay, the sacrifice, Knight of Wands, with ownership in one's truth and one's legacy, denotes business worries and setbacks or difficulties. Freya, one's worth, inheritance or receipt of money from an unexpected source. So this could be tied, this Knight of Vessels, tied to an emotional action of some sort. Freedom, tied with having money. Creative process within the rules. Having the money to be able to be free. Interesting. Okay, so we have this, let's see, caution and clarity, graceful surrender, rebuilding and rejuvenation. The page of arrows of air. That's that watching energy in this confusion. That could also be seeking something. Future hopes, ambition, plans, and love affair. This peace within oneself about love. I see this pulling of understanding, conclusions going on tied to someone's finances. Drastic action pertaining to one's respect, but also there's this creative expression. Okay, Knight of Arrows. That's that fast action, taking like fast action, possibly fast news coming in, and the flow, momentum of this. Wow, taking fast action to fast, drastic action from a masculine, multitasking or balancing out emotional energy here. And influence in association with a medium light lady. Queen of Swords. Influence and associated with a medium dark man over 40. That's that the ancient ones energy here. This is tied to that work offer as well. The middle world, everyday existence, with tied also to that collaboration here. And coming out of the dark, a medium light man over 40, possibly slightly bolder gray. Wild woman with the King of Cups, a receipt of money or a gift. And then there's this sacred mountain here with the wheel. You will receive something or meet someone unexpectedly. All right, what about this moon energy here with the many paths? Influence are associated with a medium dark lady. Taking a stand, tied with cleansing of a ghost dance. And this is denotes of love and sympathy, affections and favors. Influence and associated with a light blonde man under 40. Denotes of serious illness or news of a death to a situation, okay? So whatever really plays out in your chain of events, I would say, and the flow of the process. You'll know. Definitely you'll know. Oh, denotes of trouble, gossip, and slander. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's some sort of personal reverse relating to someone's home, disappointments and delays and plans because of some sort of gossip and slander. Okay. And what else do we need to do? That's it. I like what I feel. Oh, that is loud. I have a gift for you. A gift of love. Because I saw my little love thing there. That's funny. Okay. So. Okay, so. In case there's an element of someone mastering some sort of voodoo energy here. So I just saw that, and so I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, for sure. But also, it looks like this is like a pink forever person here. Oh, what do we have here? You was right about me. Okay, and what we have here with the wish come true, we have an 8. You already know the answer. Fae and fairies. denotes pleasant surprise, deprogramming, be more open to others, something better. Butterfly, when it comes to everyday existence, no communication, but I see you. I have a gift for you. That one came out again. What's on the other side of this? Okay. Someone is wearing a mask, silver lining tied to this mask. I am thinking of you. We have the 0. Alpha. And then we have a stormtrooper energy here, tied to inheritance or unexpected source of money. We have here cursing you, so be wary about that type of energy. Watch it unfold. Getting help. Spirit of the animals. Being mindful. In time, give it time. Comes the owl. Oh, that's it? Oh, more. Why? Why rejection? That is so funny. I apologize. Oh, wow. Rejection's on the other side of apologize. Why? Rejection energy. What about this gossip? You are correct. That's so funny. Purple. And honey. That's so cool. What about this receipt of money and gift? Oh, love. Oh, the man. Someone may be asking someone to marry them. Don't leave. Journal and taking notes. Sowing your heart. And patience. Spiderweb to your forever person. Poison. Ooh. Damn. What's on the other side of that? Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm surprised that ended up on that one. Not kind of, but wow. It befits it. That's cool. Some of it, not really. But when it comes to this cursing energy, what I kept seeing over here when I played with my Infinite Heart deck, it's being what is it? Repelled, basically. And there's this energy of getting help. This is possibly tied to your spirit animals in repelling a lot of this energy. It's definitely what I see here, especially with the smoky mirrors or the smoky mirror energy. Confusion, possibly confusion about oneself. And this could be tied to this cursing, but, in time and being mindful with yourself and your spirit animals and messages and working in a lot of this, it doesn't matter how strong, or especially with mastering voodoo energy in this, there's no reason to really have to combat it. If you just put more energy in your own guard of yourself and your connection with your spiritual animals, because a lot of this, already combats a lot of that energy, especially with the books that I've been reading. That's the main reason when it comes to soul, spiritual animals and whatnot, they protect your spiritual energy from a lot of this cursing here. Oh, wow. That's on the back of Dragon, Caution, and Strength. Damn. Holy crap. I don't know. When I started writing on the back of these, I did not know what, because the pink, obviously, I did first. And then I added more on the back, and I didn't want to know what was going to be on the back of each other. So, seeing that is really crazy. Cursing you ended up on Dragon, Caution, Strength energy here. That's pretty wild. Getting help. 5D talk. Whoa, that's freaking gnarly. Holy cow, I didn't know it was on the back of that. That's so cool. What about the butterfly? Does a butterfly? Whoa. The butterfly, on the back of the butterfly is in an abusive situation. That is trippy. But the butterfly showed itself. So what about the love? Oh, it is just a love card. You're correct. I miss you more than you can see. Holy cow. That's pretty wild. What about the forever person? Adoption? Huh. Interesting. Spiderweb? All right. I think I looked at those. What about the Fae? DUI. Wow. That's interesting because for some, that could be seeing messages when it comes to the Fae and warnings, possibly relating to drinking and DUI energy. So that is quite interesting how that happened. You already know the answer. You do see the truth in my heart, the truths that are in my heart. Whoa. How impressive is that? That is cool. Everything happens for a reason, right, y'all? That's what I see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, I'm gonna stop there. Here we go. What advice do we have for those for our my collectives? Following OracleUnicorn. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, passion. Number 21. 25, illumination. Haven't I gotten that? Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that like that. Okay, so Sparrow and Grouse. And apparently I'm supposed to read this. It says, any doubts you have will soon disappear. All right, that is so cool. So, 21, passion. Wow, under an hour, look at that. When you are down, look up. Take time to appreciate and enjoy the sweetness of life. Light the fires of passion in your belly and in your heart. When you are down, you may have to look up for inspiration. You may have to look at your life in a new way and make some sacrifices to gain the treasures that are awaiting you. Oh, wow. See, okay. Are you holding yourself back? Sing and chant and listen to the music of nature. Heal your negative feelings. Remember that in the darkest night, you can see the most stars. The brightest scarlet of the macaw burns brightly from a black landscape. Like her, you are always in a state of becoming, and at times it will feel as if your path is completely obscured, but fear not. Your journey is one of the spiritual, and the light of your heart's desire can always guide the way. Remember that you are very strong and have all you need to see your journey to its end. Even when your trail winds through a mysterious landscape, embrace the life of a wanderer, finding oceans of joy in the unknown path to the next horizon. Find a different kind of serenity, one that is deep within your heart, in a place of peace and well-being. It is the treasure of your hero's journey. 25, illumination, new hope. You enter this world with a birth cry announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of this life with questions in search of answers. Where did I come from and where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been and where you are and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born. Joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women in the great mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name that emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into this phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. Speak of it. Ooh. got chills with that one. That is so weird how sometimes they're just the energy of, oh, okay, cool. And sometimes they're like, ooh. It's mind-blowing to me. Like, sometimes they give different energies and it's the same card, but they pulsate to me different energies. It's so weird. I mean, I seriously am an animist. That is trippy. Okay. 32, Sparrow. Sparrow. Oh, going the wrong way. Oh, the roses. I always remembered that saying. For she who is not afraid of my darkness will find roses in... I can't remember the last line. Yep, can't remember the last line. I am Sparrow, the enlightenment of self-worth. I am pride and simplicity and honor in the commonplace. I am the one standing vigilant. I am power in numbers and the contentment of being a part of the larger whole. Much of human endeavor thrives on originality, of standing out boldly from the crowd. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family to shape your personal destiny. You cannot always fly solo, but you cannot neglect the threads that bind it all together. You are approaching a time that will require a group effort and the need to blend in. You made sure you rinsed all of the soap out of your head, right? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, roll your dreads. Make sure you don't see any soap on your hand. Oh, that's hard for you to do. Hold on. Okay, good job. Thank you. You are approaching a time that will require a group effort and a need to blend in while fostering your imprint on the world. It is a mighty gift to flint about the world unseen, and a greater gift to know you have flocks behind you if you need them. You need to pull back, regroup, and find the common ground. You are engaging humanity. You are part of something great. You are open, and you are Sparrow. Oh, number 14, Grouse. 14. I am Grouse, the dancer of sacred dances. I am the spiral of life. I am the vortex of energy. I am the personal power that spans your reality. I am what you create through movement. I am the shaman's ally and the portal of the spiritual. I am entrance and the ability to entrance. That is what I am entrance and the ability to entrance. It's time to let go and release your storehouse of energy. Send it up and outward. Let it move through every part of your being. I am earth. I am earth magic. I am ceremony. I am the heart of the medicine man. You have been drowned out by the material and the mundane. You have loosened your etheric ties. Step into a little personal ritual and wake up the gods. Wear a headdress, bang the drums, summon the ancients. Great things are awakened with movement. You are the power of instinct. You are reverberation. You are the energy of dance. You are Grouse. Oh, I like that. That was pretty powerful for this one. Oh, I like that a lot. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I shall see y'all next time. All right. Goodbye.